is an audio test, audio test, audio test. Audio test, audio test. La 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 la. Right, well, good evening and hello, welcome. Today's thumbnail is inspired by man Josh Dillon. He always comments on my... Today's thumbnail is inspired by man Josh Dillon. So, man Josh, I hope you see this. And just to let you know that, yes... It's kind of what I came up with. I hope you enjoy the thumbnail. As per your request, you wanted 3 players on there. You wanted Bamford, Harrison, and... Who else did he say? Rocker. He wanted Rocker putting on. So, man Josh, I hope you like the thumbnail. Rocker. So there we go, man Josh. I hope you enjoy the thumbnail. If you want, guys, it is your channel as well as it's my channel. But I want to do the things that that you enjoy seeing, that you enjoy watching, that you enjoy YouTube for. I'm just setting up a few things here. Sorry, a little bit late starting today, and I'll just let you know that we're starting. So if you know what time it starts on the timestamp, let me know in the comments box. I think it's about 14 minutes, something like that. So if you know that, shove it in the comments. And we can it helps other people if they want to come and find the live stream or re-watch it later on. That I don't want them sitting around 14-15 minutes. I was a little bit late starting today. I had to take the little boy out. He's 11 months old. He's very energetic, so I took him out, and we were out a bit longer than we anticipated. So, he's going to bed now. Mummy's taking him, gone to bed, and he's getting his pyjamas on. Hopefully, if Leeds get absolutely hammer Crystal Palace, which is I'm hoping that's what's going to happen, I can try and contain the emotions a little bit. As you can tell, I'm feeling a little bit perky, a little bit more awake today. Doing the early morning watch-alongs is a bit of a nightmare. There's another one coming up against Liverpool, I think, next week. So we're going to have to look out for that. Let's talk a little bit about the sides that have been put forward by Gracia, and it's more or less the same starting 11 who earned the victory for us against Nottingham Forest, with some notable additions and changes in the substitutes bench. So we've got Melier, Eiling, Koch, Strauch, Firpo. That's your back 5, including the goalkeeper, obviously. McKennie and Rocker are playing the holding roles again, with Harrison, Aronson and Sinistera supporting Patrick Bamford. Up front, Patrick is down as the lone striker, but I mean, we know what will happen during this game. Gracia will change, swap and shift things around depending on what happens during this game. I watched a couple of Crystal Palace highlights this week. I don't see any reason why we can't beat this team. They've had a very, very good start under Patrick Vieira, but struggled over recent weeks. In fact, struggled since the new year as it happens. We'll talk about that in a moment or two. Forshaw is on the bench, so congratulations to Adam for making it back. I mean, one assumes that he's been fit for a week or two, and Gracia's decided to stick him on the subs bench just to give it a bit of balance. Cooper is on the subs bench, Somerville subs bench, Rodrigo, Robles, Ruter, Christensen, Notto and Greenwood. I mean, that's some subs benches, that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's 9 substitutes. It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's like having a second team on the subs bench. It's crazy. A little bit more needs to be done about that. So we'll just take a little break, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Crystal Palace. One moment while I get that done. Okay. Yeah, sounds like I've got a bit of a problem in the other room, so we're just going to go sort that out. Back in a minute. Wilfred. So here he is. I can get the overlay off just a minute while I do that. There we are. He's here. He's there. He's everywhere. Wilfred, my little boy, is here, and he's only little. He's 11 months old. Unfortunately, Mummy's got to go somewhere, so she's left him with me. She's left him with me for a minute or two, just while she goes to wherever she's going. I think she's had to go for a little break, a little pit stop, just before bedtime. Will you be watching the match, Wilfred? Would you want to watch the match? Sing Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Can you say it? No, so there we go. We've got the... It's crazy. We've got Melier, Ayling, Koch, Strauch, Firpo, McKennie, Rocker, Sinistera, Aronson, Harrison and Bamford. Those are the starting 11. On the subs bench, as I was just saying, we've got quite a few changes there. A return for Adam Forshaw, Liam Cooper, Chris Somerville, Rodrigo, Robles, Ruter, Christensen, Notto and Greenwood. So Notto's on the bench again. Hopefully we can see Notto during this game. I'm sure we probably will. Johnson, Ward, Anderson, Guihi, Mitchell, Eze, Decore, Schlupp, Elise, Edouard and Ayew. A couple of changes there to the starting 11. It's more or less the team that ended the match against Leicester City for Crystal Palace. So a couple of changes for them. Mijalovic, Tompkins, Sambi, Lonka, Mateta. That's a good one that he's on the... I mean, he was man of the match in the last game for Crystal Palace. MacArthur, Hughes, Whitworth and Rijvald. And referee today, Simon Hooper. An unknown quantity for me. I'm not sure I've come across that referee before, but the EPL has got lots of differences, different referees and stuff like that. So there we go. Are we going to wave bye-bye, Wilfred? Is it bedtime? Mm-hmm. It's bedtime. Wave bye-bye. Wave. Hello. Hey, wave bye-bye. Wave bye-bye. He's gonna wave bye-bye. He's gonna wave bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye. Bye-bye, fans. Night-night. Is it bedtime? Mwah. There we go. Oh, there we go, mama. Okay, love. So there we go. It's an interesting live stream. We've got that's my little son. You've just been introduced to him, and his name is Wilfred. Not at all after Wilfred Nonto, I hear you say. Wilfred was born in May. We signed Wilfred Nonto sometime after that. Wilfred's almost one, actually, so he's 1 year old next month, and he brings a smile to my day, even though I'm absolutely knackered. Parenting is hard. I never knew it would be so hard. It's my first one as well, so in case anyone was asking or wondering. So yeah, there we go. It's an interesting live stream. I had to bring him in because he's the mummy wants to go somewhere. She's got nowhere to put him, so I think she's just getting changed and ready for sleepy time, bedtime. It's quite late here in the day. Local time actually is it's 20 to 8, so we're just going to get over there and have a look. Do you have any score predictions? I can see I've got somebody watching, so if you want to stick your score predictions in the comments box, go right ahead, be my guest if you want. It's nice if I have just one viewer, but it's even better if somebody has a little chat in there and keeps me company for this particular live stream. Looking to start their own streaming service for all Premier League games. Yeah, I'm just reading some stuff on Facebook. I mean, it says the Premier League are looking to start their own streaming service for all Premier League games. Well, they do that anyway, but what they do is they sell the rights to the local or to the international broadcasters, the broadcasters in different countries and stuff like that. I don't know if that's a good idea. It has tax implications in all the countries and stuff like that. So, if the Premier League do that, what happens here in Indonesia is, for example, if they don't like something or they're not get the tax, they'll end up blocking it. And so the Premier League is by far the most watched football league in Indonesia. I couldn't tell you exact numbers and stuff like that. According to Sky Sports News, the pundits that are over there say that Leeds are going to be okay today. I could need a spell today. I don't know what that is. Didn't love turning on to the Leeds game. Didn't know we played at Anfield. The players are there. We'll have a little look at that. They're arriving, and or they have arrived at Elland Road. Going into the dressing room, and that was about 50 minutes ago. So hopefully they're getting the final briefing before the match from Gracia, and everything's going to be perfect. A joke from John Smith on the Wunsel. John Smith, whoever this John Smith character is, comments. I mean, he must. I think he runs the Leeds United Facebook social media pretty much. Forshaw resurrected on Easter Sunday. Back from the dead. Adam Forshaw. It was only about 3 weeks ago they were saying, "Oh no, that's it. He's over. They're ripping his contract up and he's off." And no, he isn't. Adam Forshaw, he's back. Everybody, he's on the subs bench. He's on the subs bench for Leeds United, and I'll just show you that post because honestly, I mean, I love a bit of banter and I love a good laugh, and it's really good to see that Forshaw has somehow made it back from from the dead. Brilliant. Forshaw resurrected. Leeds 21. Yeah, we're not bothered about the accounts. We don't know very much about that. Gracia says that over the long-term future as Leeds coach will happen at the end of the season. He says, Gracia says he isn't thinking about his long-term future. Insisting his current focus is on winning as many matches as possible. 52-year-old became Leeds head coach with a flexible contract after replacing Jesse Marsch in February. I know, what do you think about that, guys? Jesse Marsch going to Leicester. I hope that guy doesn't come back to haunt us on the 28th of April. He says the long term is, for me, is the next game. I don't want to look further. My concern is the next 3 points. Of course, I'm really happy with this club, and these players are enjoying every single day. But the best thing we can do is, sorry, I've lost where I am now. But the best thing we could do in this moment is to have the same objective. The objective is to win the next game and achieve our objective at the end of the season. Then we have time to talk. Gracia, who managed Watford in 2018-2019, was available, having been out of work since the last job in Al Sadd. So, I mean, I think he's going to be great. I think he's doing a great job. You know, he's done something that a lot of the fans could see needed doing. You know, we were playing this headless chicken rush football, and it wasn't doing us any good. I didn't think we quite had enough talent to play that kind of high press for the entire 90 minutes, and I think that, you know, we need to do other things during the match, like controlling the game, making sure the opposition doesn't get the ball. And what Gracia has done is effectively got us to start defending again when we need to defend, which is a great. It's not great. It's just common sense, isn't it? But under Jesse Marsch, no, you couldn't do that. So Forshaw, more jokes about Adam Forshaw. Who was the manager when you found Leeds? Well, for me it was Howard. I think it was just before, whoever it was before Howard Wilkinson. So yeah, there we go. I don't know what that is. Just dip it at Wetherspoons for a large brekkie. Some bloke there. Yeah, it's always nice to see some stuff on the Leeds Facebook site. I think it's nice to see the other fans, and nice to hear and see what they say. It'd be nice if some of them came into my live stream though, and had a chat with me. That'd be great. You want to chat? You want to say something? Great, go ahead. I want to hear everything. Know what your thoughts are. Maybe you agree with me. Maybe you disagree. Maybe there's maybe we're partially at loggerheads, and we have to talk about Leeds. It's all about Leeds, this channel. We don't do anything else on here. I mean, we do, or we will do, or might do, depending if I get asked to do. We do lots of watch-alongs, lots of videos and stuff like that. It's a new channel this year, so we're up to 21 subs, over 100 hours watch time since May last year. We're almost a year old on this channel, and I'm looking to improve it. Of course I am, but I can't do it without you guys. I can't do it without you. You are the channel, so to speak. You are the people who matter. And we're just going to let you know that there's nothing happening. I'm just seeing a load of adverts from the broadcaster. So yeah, anything that you could do to help expand or increase the channel or improve it, let me know. You can let me know in the comments. You can let me know via email. I have got an email address specifically for this channel. So if you want to do that, let me know. I'm always open to your ideas. It's lufcwa@gmail.com. Alright, Leeds United Football Club watchalong@gmail.com. You want to let me know in the comments, you want to let me know by email. Of course, I'll read everything and respond to as much stuff as I possibly can. I do this as a bit of a sideline, a bit of fun. One day, you never know, it could become a full business. Yeah, I'm just looking at a video. And I'm led to believe Jesse Marsh's 3-year contract at Leicester. So Kelly Louise Hetherington. Yeah, very good. Have a great time all at Leeds, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah. Just a bit about Jack Harrison. It was scrapped 2 hours before deadline. I mean, I talked about that as it was going on. If you want to go back in my video catalogue, you can see, we were literally getting live updates about what were going on with Jack Harrison. I don't know if he was being stalked or followed by someone, but I can't believe for a minute that he almost signed for Leicester City. And I mean, had he gone, our season could have been a lot different. It could be a lot worse than what we're in at the minute. It could be a lot worse in respect of the goals that he's contributed, the play that he's created, the chances, the passes, the tracking back and stuff like that. And I know he's had a bit, like anybody else, when we concede goals, whoever it is that makes the mistake, that mistake is, it's just amplified, isn't it? It gets examined with a microscope almost. And I mean, Jack Harrison isn't there for defending really, but in those instances where he has tried tracking back, or he's conceded an own goal, etc. And I think that own goal was actually recredited to the player. I can't remember who it was. Doesn't really matter though, does it? What we're concerned about today is Leeds and Crystal Palace. Kickoff is coming up in about 10 minutes. There's no stream yet from Elland Road. Actually, we've got Javi Gracia. Yeah, the managers are just played a video of the managers giving an interview. Gracia says that he's happy. He wants to build consistency in the team, and he's got a bit of, steady the ship, so to speak, and having the same starting 11 is a good thing. But he also recognises that the substitutes on the bench can be important in a game and can swing moments for Leeds. Roy Hodgson also giving a short interview as well, and he's hoping for 3 points. So. Yeah, so last 5 for Leeds, 2-1 against Forest, lost 4-1 against Arsenal, beat Wolves 2-4, drew with Brighton 2-2, and only narrowly lost to Chelsea. So that's 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw in the last 5 games. Rodrigo is the top scorer, 11 goals with 1 assist. Harrison 4 with 6 assists. Somerville with 2 assists. Nonto with 2 goals, 3 assists. Patrick Bamford 2 goals, 2 assists. So I think that's part of the reason why we're in the position that we are in. Bamford is actually out warming up. It's not a training top. I've seen that before. It's like a blue with the Astonish, and it's an off-colour blue. I don't know what they're doing down at Adidas, but I mean, if that's true, that's been going around. Against teams in the current bottom half, we've got 6 wins, 3 draws, 5 losses. Goals per game 1.85, goals conceded 1.28, points per game 1.5. So that's teams in the bottom half. Really interesting game this afternoon. I think we're going to get a win, guys. I think we're going to get a win. I think we're going to be all right today. Jack Harrison's stats: 6 assists, big chances created 6, key passes per game 1.6, shots per game 1.1, final third touches 636 first. And he actually ranks in the Premier League first, as higher than a lot of the other players. So he's doing great. He's Jack Harrison. Now he's not being called up for England. I don't know, but I mean, to be quite honest with you, I'd rather just see him playing at Elland Road. Forget England. But he has mentioned about England and his ambitions for England in that recent interview where he signed his contract. Go over there and have a look at it later on. And it's going to be a massive, massive game, isn't it? Let's make no mistake. Palace last 5. Won 1, lost 4. So 2-1 against Leicester. Lost 4 with Arsenal. Lost against Brighton 1-0. Man City lost 1-0. Villa lost again 1-0. So they're struggling to score goals. They've got 5 in the last 5, or 6 in the last 5. And it's not good for Palace. I think they'll be safe. I don't see them getting relegated. We're just having a look at some stats with Paul Dempsey at the minute. Paul Dempsey's doing the commentary for this, or the presenting where we are. So it's going to be an interesting game, and I think what we'll do is we'll take a little tea break, and I'll be right back. Yeah, Crystal Palace have the fewest shots in open play this season. This is an interesting one. Only beaten by Forest, and in open play goals have got 10. They're only beaten by Forest and I think Southampton. So shots in open play, they're not brave enough to shoot. So Ilya Melier could be looking forward to. Let's hope he's looking forward to a quiet afternoon. A nice, quiet, easy money for Ilya Melier, I think. Right, okay, what we'll do is we'll have a little break. I'm going to go get a cup of tea, and we'll get on with that just as soon as we start. Okay. Okay, kickoff's round the corner, so off we go. kicked off, we're underway, so all the match formalities are out of the way, including the pre-match formalities, we're underway, all the pre-match formalities are out of the way, including me getting a cup of tea. I'm absolutely parched. Maybe it's the nerves jangling for this match, I don't know. I don't know. Are we going to win? Are we going to win? That's the big thing, isn't it? The question on everybody's lips. And they're just starting the match, and we're 42 seconds in already. So there we go. The ball's being pinged around by Palace at the moment. They're I'm just gonna try and track up on these comments here. We've got a comment, and it's the Bandy Forowski again. The fact that Zaha is not playing. Zaha is not playing. People think the game will be easy. No, it won't be easy. No, it won't be an easy game. Palace bring a lot of threat despite not scoring many goals. That's it. I think if they're solid at the back and we struggle to break them down, I think it's going to be. It could be a tight affair. Could this? Everybody's expecting that. I mean, including me. I mean, I'm expecting that we're gonna beat them 3-1. That's my prediction for this match. But let's hope that Leeds have the answers for them, and let's hope that we. Sinistera's in. Oh, what a chance from Luis Sinistera. Gue's done enough there, I think, just to put him off. Ball's come in. I think it's Luke Ayling, and there's a miss kick from him in the middle of the park, and it's found its way to Sinistera at the back stick, and he just drills at it with his. It just pulls it wide of the keeper's left post, and Luis Sinistera came remarkably close there to unlocking Crystal Palace. 2 minutes 20 on the clock at this time. I'm just trying to get rid of this. What is it? No, we've got the team news. Just trying to get rid of it. There it is. Gone for a brew. There we go. So let's hope that Leeds can do the business against this lot this afternoon. I think I'd like to see a convincing win. It's a nice sunny day up at Elland Road. Sinistera plays a little ball through, and it's Aronson. I think he just can't control it and bring it under. It just gets tackled right at the right moment. Robin Koch picks up the ball. It's gone all the way back to the halfway line. McKennie, Firpo on the left hand side, passes it up the field to Sinistera. Firpo again inside. Rocker switches it over to Ayling. Little pass to Jack Harrison on the inside. Ball's over on the right hand side of the pitch, about 15 yards inside Palace half. McKennie was brought down there by Schlupp, but Schlupp's gone running through. He's got a free kick on the halfway line, so it's a bit of a frantic start from Leeds. They're in search of a quick early goal. I think that's the order of the day, but they haven't found it just yet. Matheson takes a free kick, but the referee's said to him that it's taken at the wrong place. Yeah, and he's retaken the free kick, so referee's happy with that now. Gay plays a square ball across the back to Anderson. Anderson punts it forward. It's gone into Schlupp, but it's won by Robin Koch, and Ayling manages to clear. So it's back up to the halfway line. Aronson just can't win the header. He needs to be a bit stronger in these challenges, does Brendan Aronson. Yeah, hello Zachary. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Probably it's a good, but Sinistera, he's on fire at the minute, isn't he? I think he's entitled to have a pop shot, and I don't think he really expects it coming through. But hindsight is always a good thing, so thank you for that, Zachary. It's nice that when you get comments in, and even better when you get them featured. Camera's on Gracia at the minute, so. And I think that's Jack Harris has just pinged one right across field ball there, and it's Sinistera, Firpo. Oh my God, that was unbelievable. Oh, Brendan Aronson with a little back flick trying to beat the keeper. He's running to the near post from Firpo's cross, and he just does a little back flick. And Palace are under some tremendous pressure here. This is good to see, but Leeds just can't get it over the line, and now Crystal Palace are breaking out. But luckily there's a bit of miscontrol, and Jack Harris has managed to intercept it. Oh! That's a hell of a shot, and I think it's Sinistera from about 30 yards. Leeds banging at the door of Crystal Palace. Can they break it down? Aronson plays a ball in, and that's a really bad ball from Brendan Aronson. He should have just passed that back. I think it was Rocker on the edge of the 18-yard box, stood free. And Aronson tries to clip a ball into Patrick Bamford at the back post, but it just literally goes flying out for a goal kick. So yeah, not great from Brendan there. Oh, Brandon Aronson, what a lovely bit of play from Leeds. That is lovely little sequence. But Leeds have got a corner. I think it's a corner. No, is it corner? No, it's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. The camera angle is from the Kop end, looking right across the turf of Elland Road. Difficult to see what's going on outside of that. It's zoomed right in on the keeper, the Crystal Palace keeper, for the full distance of the pitch. And Patrick Bamford's in there muscling about and trying to win the ball. Can't win it. Sinistera's causing them all sorts of trouble. Patrick Bamford picks it up. He goes for a long shot. It must have been 40 odd yards, Patrick Bamford, and he decides to have a pop. Sees the keeper off his line, and Crystal Palace are in a lot of trouble here. They need to calm down a bit. They're trying to do too much. Heroism is the accusation levelled by Zachary there. I think you're probably right. I'm just going to feature your comments there, but Sinistera needs to cross that for Aronson. Yeah, we said that one already. They need to calm down. Yeah, it's all a bit rush, isn't it, at the moment? Kind of going back to the Jesse Marsh days. They're trying to do a bit too much. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Just calm down. Compose themselves in that final third. If they do that, we're going to be all right. Bit of heroism. I totally agree. I kind of agree with you. I think that you know, instead of trying to go for glory, just have a quick look round and see, make sure that you are in the best position, and that there's no one else in a better position than you to get the goal. I think that's part of the thing. But they're not. You know, just get your head up, have a look. And I think if we'd have done that, we could quite easily be 2 goals up to the better here. And I think it goes back to the lack of quality in the final third, doesn't it? I don't think it's lack of quality. It's just a lack of looking for that clinical moment, that clinical pass, clinical finish. Trying to bang a ball in, cross a ball in there from Aronson, and there was an obvious pass on. And I mean, he's aiming for Patrick Bamford, but he makes a real hash of it. And Roy Hodgson is stroking his chin there and his cheeks. He's got his glasses on and he's looking a bit old now, is Roy Hodgson. And I don't think he's too happy with what he's seeing from his Palace team. But Leeds need to be... yeah, I mean, we've got Andy Townsend commentating here, and he's basically talking about Leeds need to be clinical, because if Palace start coming into this game, are they going to cause a threat? You know, we're a little bit weak in defence. I think no Werber again today. Is it Werber? No Werber today. Back 2 for Leeds, and it's going to be another tricky afternoon if we're not careful. It's Strauch and Koch making up the centre back pairing, Firpo and Ayling left and right back respectively. And I think it's a very, very good start from Leeds, very positive, but we're just hurrying a little bit. 10 minutes 15 on the clock. Hello, if you're joining. 4 viewers right now. One of them's me. I'm just keeping an eye on the comments. In case there's any comments on there, then I will feature them. It's a nice clip, nice ball in, but it's well defended by Robin Koch. So, yeah, Palace have a throw in. It's just level with our 18-yard line at the moment. And as you expect, Elland Road is absolutely bouncing. My 2 brothers are there today. Little throw in down the line. Firpo's got his marked. Oh, and Ward is claiming a corner ball, but it's a bit uncertain. I think the referee's indicated that it's a Leeds goal kick. Ilian Melia picks up the ball and casually jogs back to his 6-yard box, spots it up, and he's going to just take a short one out. I think it's Robin Koch there it's Strout that's got it. Strout now to Robin Koch. Melia, they're playing a little triangle. Leeds are just knocking it around a little bit at the back. Not much really to report. A good point here from Zachary. It's a win today would be huge, up to 12th. 35 points is typically the magic number. Yeah, I think so. But we need to get as many points. Leeds are breaking forward here. We need to get as many points on the board as possible. Harrison outright to Aronson. Aronson fires it to the back post and it's Sinistera, but straight towards the keeper, unfortunately. There from Lewis Sinistera. It's a nice header. It gets plenty of power on it, but not enough direction. It needed to get it back across the face of the goal or get it on the deck somehow, Sinistera, but he could have tried to just knock it down to Bamford. Bamford was studied. He got a couple of yards of space there, Patrick Bamford. But Leeds are playing a lovely little 1-2. Ailing and Harrison, and Sinistera's there with a flying header. And it's saved. He just couldn't get hold of it. Sinistera. Ward does enough just to put Sinistera off. Oh, God. Luke Eiling is having an absolute stormer. Yes, Sinistera, he heads it and it almost goes sideways onto Ward. But it hits Ward's ankle and goes back. It takes all the power off it. I mean, it wasn't on target from Sinistera, but the deflection didn't cause the Palace keeper any problems. And Luke Ayling's having a storming start. He's been under a bit of pressure at his critics this week, I think, over the recent performances. Luke Ayling. And I just hope that he puts in a stellar performance and he doesn't make any mistakes. But it's easy to make a mistake at this level, and a mistake at this level is, as I was saying earlier, it's magnified and examined, and nobody misses it. A bit like Patrick Bamford last week, wasn't it? He worked himself a glorious bit of room. Ball came to him and he fluffed his lines, didn't he? And it's just the way it is, isn't it? Professional football. It's not easy. Lovely tackle by McKennie. And the ball's given away, I think, by Luke Ayling. They're battling in the midfield and Leeds are dominating. And Brendan Aronson's he's just taken down there, and Brendan Aronson wins a foul from Guihi. And it's about 40 yards out from the Palace goal. And it's some challengers flying in there. McKennie and Rocker having a right go and dispossessing the Palace midfield, and they won that little duel between the pair of them. So a good solid start from all the players, really. There's nobody you can really criticise. 15 minutes on the clock, and Leeds still probing, trying to get an early goal in this first half. And it's Aronson, and he bends one in. Oh, and it's low and hard, but he just can't get onto it. Bamford, I think it is. Yeah, and Schlupp's cleared it. So Patrick Bamford, he just couldn't get on the end of that. And the Palace players are claiming offside, but it wasn't offside. Luke Ayling taking the resulting throw in. Luke Ayling with Aronson. They're doubling up on Ayew and Schlupp on this left hand side for Crystal Palace. That's a lovely challenge. Oh. And it's a battle. It is a battle of the first half, is this. As a US MNT fan, Leeds need to find a way. Need to find McKennie on the set pieces more. Yeah, has. I can't read that because there's something in the way, so I'm going to go back to the screen and have a look at it. Pardon me. It's a really good start from Leeds, is this, but we're just struggling to find that clinical bit of quality that we need. As a USMNT fan, Leeds need to find a way to find McKennie on the set pieces more. Yeah, he's great for headers. Yeah, I hope you're right, Zachary. We've not seen too much of that yet at Leeds from McKennie, and I don't think he's been utilised in this Leeds side as he is in the USA team. And I think there's been a bit of talk about Brendan Aronson this week. He's not scored a goal, and he's trying his best to try and find a goal, Brendan Aronson, and one wonders if Gracia's said to him, giving him some tips, some guidance, or perhaps even changed his role a little bit to be a bit more attacking, and to be a little bit more advanced up the pitch. And it certainly looks like we're advancing up the pitch quite a lot, reminiscent of the sort of Bielsa days. But Leeds need to just calm down a little bit and try and get possession of the football. It's all well and good pushing these teams back into their own 18-yard box and chasing round after it, but that's if you're scoring goals. Unfortunately, we haven't scored a goal yet. So, thanks for the comment there, Zachary, as well. I think you're right. I mean, these guys go off to the USMNT side, and they seem to do really, really well. But when they come into Leeds, there's been a few questions asked about them. And I think it's just about player utilisation, isn't it? How are you using the players? Are you positioning them in the optimal position? Are they going to be effective in that position? And we have to consider the opponent as well. You're playing in the Premier League. The players here in this league, a lot of internationals, a lot of top quality players, a lot of guys been around a long time. They know what they're doing. Yeah, I totally agree. Anyway, Crystal Palace are playing it along the back line. They're trying to advance a little bit, but there's nowhere for them to go. There's a foul just on the halfway line. It's Eze, or it's a coming together, and it's Eze and McKennie who are down, rubbing their heads a little bit. Eze picks it up, he miscontrols it. The boot's high. It's hit McKennie. Bit of an unusual one. Kenny's gone down a little bit there. I don't know if he's trying to get a head injury, or he's won the free kick anyway from Eze, so that's the main thing. Leeds are playing on, and Robin Koch plays it wide to Ayling. Ayling, a lovely ball down the outside to Harrison. Ayling's claiming that the Palace player touched it, and therefore it's a corner ball, and it is, and the referee agrees. The ball just took a little deflection, a little nick off the player's foot there, I think, and it just took it away from Jack Harrison. Brendan Harrison goes up, spots the ball for a corner. And it sounds like Leeds might have scored from this resulting corner from Zachary. He says that they've scored, and it's a goal! Yeah! Patrick Bamford with an absolute belting header. It just comes in, meets Patrick. All he has to do is dive in. There's loads of whip and pace on the ball. It's a really, really good header. And the Leeds players go running over to Gracia. They're absolutely made up with that. What a celebration as well this is. What a celebration. Yeah, it looks like we're a few seconds behind Zachary here. So it's a lovely, lovely darting header from Patrick Bamford. He just comes round the front, finds a little gap and just flicks it to the back post. All the pace is on that corner ball, and from a side that were doing nothing for set pieces, suddenly and I've noticed this over the last couple of weeks, we're suddenly starting to look very dangerous from set pieces, particularly corners. Leeds, and it's Patrick Bamford, 21 minutes, and I'm absolutely delighted. I don't mind. Oh God, what's happened? Oh no. Are we still live? We've got the computer, the camera's having a bit of a hissy fit. It's not overheating, is it? Just a minute while we get that back. Just trying to get the visual back. What's going on? Get rid of that. No. What is happening? Ah, God, I hate this. It does my nutting sometimes. Computer's going a little bit haywire. And I think it's the camera. I'm just going to reboot it. Just see what happens. So just give me a minute. And the Elland Road faithful bang out the Leeds anthem, marching on together, and it's Weston McKennie's having a really good game as well. He's Weston McKennie, and it looks like we're back. Are we back? Yes, we're back. Looks like it anyway. And sorry about that. Yes, don't worry about it. Yes, it's different kettle of fish. Premier League versus CONCACAF. Yeah. I mean, CONCACAF's got a lot of good players in it. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry. We're always a few seconds adrift sometimes in these streams. 23 minutes on the clock right now. But Leeds are deserving of the opening goal, and I think Crystal Palace are going to having a very hard time of it, and Leeds, because it's all been Leeds this first half. Palace have picked the ball up, play the ball wide from Schlupp. Ayew picks it up, but he's dispossessed, I think, by Robin Koch. Yeah. Lovely little clip in. Oh. And Ayew played a ball in over to the back post, and thankfully none of the Palace lads could bring it down and get it under the control. It's back out to the left, and it's Ayew whips one in with his right foot, and I think it's Robin Koch who's just headed that. He's conceded a corner ball, so it's a corner ball for Crystal Palace. 24 minutes 10 seconds on the clock. And it's Crystal Palace. They've got the first corner of the game for them. And it's whipped in. Oh, and it's a free header, and he's hit the bar. Luke Haley was nowhere. Sorry, Liam Mellier was nowhere. And it's Jeffrey Schlupp, and he's just stood in front of William Mellier, and Mellier, somehow the ball comes and meets Schlupp. And another corner, and Palace are very threatening on these corners. I don't know if it's Palace are very threatening or we're a little bit slack with the defending. I think it's a bit of both. Can't let the momentum change here. No, we can't. No. You know, you always expect the opponent are going to turn over the ball and they're going to try and probe you a little bit deep. But Leeds have to, and I've said this before in my preview, that Leeds are going to have to be really disciplined against this team and any other team that they're playing going forward if we're going to pick up these 3 points per game. We need as many points on the board as we can, as quickly as we can, to get safe. Because the other teams around us yesterday, it wasn't a very good day for us. Other teams picking up points, and you can quickly get sucked back into it, and by that time, you know, it can be too late. I mean, I was there when I was a season ticket holder when we got relegated. And oh god, honestly, you just don't want that. You just don't. You go down in those divisions in that championship. I mean, if you think the Premier League's the best league in the world, the championship has got to be the toughest. More games, as much or if not fewer time, less time to get those games played. And I think you know, I just don't want us to go back down there. It's terrible. When you get in there, you've got to hope that you get back out of it immediately, because if you don't, you could be down there for a long, long time. And Leeds spent 16 years away from the Premier League. You know, so I'm so pleased that we're back there, but we're just... and Leeds are breaking through the midfield. Jack Harrison picks up the ball just in the middle, and Luke Ayling's coming round the side, and he's won it. And Junior Firpo is over on the right hand side of the Crystal Palace penalty box, and he's gone down under a challenge from Mitchell, and he's won a free kick. I mean, what is Junior Firpo doing over there? I mean, he's supposed to be the left back, but he's over on the right side of the 18-yard box. Honestly, it is frantic. It is frantic, and you're right, absolutely frantic. And you think, you know, if Palace pick the ball up here, all they have to do is fire one out to where Junior Firpo should be, and there's nobody there. Luke Ayling's also right there on the edge of the 18-yard box, and Leeds are obviously not bothered about defending today or getting caught on the counter-attack. Or we even think that Palace are not good enough on the counter-attack. You know, dangerous stuff. I liked Bielsa, but it seems that we're going back to Bielsa days, and I think that Leeds smell blood against this Crystal Palace team. Jack Harrison and Brendan Aronson stood over the free kick. And Jack Harrison's taking it. Oh, and there's a little deflection, and it's saved by the keeper. It was on its way into the bottom left corner as we're looking. And it's a lovely, lovely strike from Jack Harrison. Oh. And I think it hits the microphone on the camera behind the goal post. And there's a corner ball now for Leeds. And I think, Rocker's balls are the quality that we're having of these. Oh, and it's Patrick Bamford! Oh, sorry, no, it was Robin Koch. I thought it was Patrick Bamford, but it wasn't. It was Robin Koch who headed that. And it's a lovely little run again, just across the front of the penalty spot. And Robin Koch just gets plenty of direction on it. There's lots of power on the corner ball, and Leeds corner balls, you got to say, they're out of the top drawer at the minute. We're doing really well with the corner. Lots of quality coming in from those corner balls. A really good area for us to try and nick a goal, get a goal, and Palace are defending as well, and they're looking a little bit slack at the back. Crystal Palace, they're playing out from the back with Anderson. Not much doing from at the moment. Palace are just knocking it around between the back three defenders. They've found a ball there with Ayew. Luke Haley needs to be a bit careful there. He run into the back of Ayew, shoved him a couple of times. I don't know if Luke's trying to wind him up, Jordan Ayew, but I hope he's not. There's no need for that. Leeds just need to concentrate on the game, play football. We're ahead. We don't need any yellow cards. We don't need any silly bookings or silly sendings off. I'm just trying to make the room a little bit cooler, make sure the camera's not going to overheat. And it's Melier plays it out. Robbie Koch plays it up. Right, long ball, lovely long ball into Patrick Bamford. Bamford shoved a couple of times in the back, can't control it. Ayew is on the left hand side against Luke Ayling. Schlupp goes over, slips, and Ayew nearly gets found there, but his ball's cut out by Robbie Koch, and Koch read that really well. So cut the ball out from Jordan Ayew, who was certain to get the ball. And I'm wondering if Patrick Bamford might have picked up a little knock. He's walking around a little bit gingerly at the minute, I think. Just got a little shot of him there on the camera, and he's didn't seem to be moving very well, although it's a difficult camera angle. It's just showing his chest and upwards, but maybe he has had a little knock there, Patrick Bamford. Jordan Ayew picks it up on the left hand side for Palace. Leeds sitting deep a little bit, and they're tight and compact. There is a Palace player on the wide on the right hand side. Junior Firpo needs to keep an eye on whoever that is, but they play the wrong ball, and they're attacking Luke Ayling, and Ayling manages to intercept the ball from Edouard and heads it back to Ilyan Melier. Leeds now picking up the possession. Koch plays a long ball. He's looking for Sinistera, but Sinistera is nowhere near Sinistera. It's way too short. And Palace are breaking forward. And Schlupp's gone down off the ball. Oh no. Ayew. Oh gee, why didn't they shoot? What an opportunity that is for Crystal Palace. He's clean through on goal, and for some reason, and perhaps Eze didn't control it very well, but it seems to be that, you know, they should have certainly had a shot, but they didn't. And I don't know if it's hesitation or what. I mean, I thought there for sure that they're going to have a go, but nope. It's a lovely corner ball in, and oh dearie me. And Crystal Palace have thankfully headed it wide again, and it's a lovely corner ball in, and it would have beaten Ilyan Melier if it had been on target. And it's Robbie Koch, the man there, who lost his man. The player got goal side. I think it was Schlupp. Oh, Jordan Ayew. Yeah, good player, Jordan Ayew. He's been around a lot of years. Firpo. Rocker. Into Sinistera. Sinistera plays it out wide to Jack Harrison on this right hand side. It's a nice ball from Sinistera across field. Aronson. Luke Ayling. Luke Ayling in. Oh, he goes down under a challenge, Luke Ayling, but it takes all the power, any chance of any power or direction off the ball, and yeah, Leeds are a bit shocking actually with the defending at set pieces. And what we've got to watch for is trying not to concede set pieces. I think that must be the message from Gracia, that we need to push up and make sure that they don't get into our final third, and do whatever it takes to keep them out. We don't want to be losing this game needlessly, or even drawing this game. 3 points is a must, and it's not a good tackle from Luke Ayling again on Jordan Ayew, who tries to tackle from behind, sticks his leg through Jordan Ayew's legs and bundles Ayew down. As soon as he feels a touch in the back, he's over. Ball over to the right hand side. They've played it. Crystal Palace trying to probe now with Eze. Edouard at the edge of the 18-yard box. Firpo picks it up. Sinistera plays a 1-2, and Patrick Bamford comes back to help out, make himself available for a pass, but the ball's bounced and it's given away, but it's all over the place at the minute, and Palace have won a throw in. It's about halfway inside the Leeds half. And yeah, it's oh god, I'm gonna keep going on here. Oh, and Leeds managed to clear the ball. It was a player there running in on the edge of the 18-yard box. Didn't see who it was. I was just gonna do a comment feature. Can't let the momentum change here, Zachary. Again, yes, defending on set pieces has been atrocious for both teams. Yeah, we've been lucky. We've been lucky, but we were lucky against. I think we were lucky the first 15 minutes against Forest in that game as well. But you know, you're right. You look in the Premier League. Oh, that's a lovely ball through, and Brendan Harrison's picked it up. I think it's Rocker who's played it through. Harrison clips a little ball in, but he can't find Patrick Bamford. And Patrick Bamford's looking up to the sky thinking, what am I going to do to score? All he needed to do there is a little darting run to the front post, Patrick Bamford, and he gets a chance. And I don't know, is he looking a bit tired? Is he injured? Ayling with a throw in. Oh, Jack Harrison can't bring the ball down. It comes over his shoulder and he sticks a leg out and it hits him in the head and it goes flying off. And Matt Rocker, what a challenge that is. Sinistera. Rocker over the top to Sinistera. Oh, and Sinistera just can't connect. It's a little bit too much pace on it. It's a lovely little bit of play. Is this from Matt Rocker? What a player this guy's turning out to be. Patrick Bamford was in an offside position, so he couldn't have done anything there. Yeah, good start from Leeds. Good half so far. We're looking a little bit iffy. If we concede a corner, free kick, set pieces are going to be a problem for us. Defending, Leeds need to be mindful about that. I didn't think that went out of play, but referee's given a Leeds throw in. I won't be complaining about that. Roy Hodgson stood on the edge of the technical area. He's not much motion coming from him at the moment. The Leeds coaching staff are pointing and gesticulating to the players, and Luke Ayling's trying to indicate he's going to take a long throw in. And Luke Ayling needs to watch himself here. He's taken a few yards. Patrick Bamford wins it, and it's a lovely little knockback for Brendan Aronson. Brendan Aronson's down, and referee's given a free kick to Brendan Aronson. I mean, it looked like he slipped a little bit there, did Brendan? It didn't look like a foul to me, but anyway, the referee's been a little bit soft, perhaps. It's Strauch and Koch, McKennie are making their way to the edge of the Palace 18-yard box, suggesting there's not going to be a direct shot here. Because this is the reserve Palace goalkeeper that's in today. It's not the first choice. Apparently he might have been injured midweek, or perhaps something happened to him during the Leicester game. Aronson plays a lovely ball in. Oh! And it's a lovely, lovely header. And I think it's Pascal Strauch, is it? Yeah. Cracking header from Pascal Strauch, but A nice save from the keeper, and the Palace keeper's finding himself plenty of work to do, and Ilya Melier not so much. He's had a fairly quiet half, Ilya Melier, as I predicted, but still, when Palace do break forward, as I was saying earlier, the corner balls, and free kicks and stuff like that, we're going to have to be a little bit careful. But Leeds, all they need to do, retain possession and let Palace chase us, try and wear them down, tire them out, pull them out of position, and then hopefully try and go looking for a second goal. It'd be nice if we get a second goal before half time, I think. What we must not do here is go to sleep and let Palace get a goal before half time. Firpo wins a header out of Sinistera's battling for that ball in the middle of the park, but he can't win it. He's chasing back well, is Sinistera. Elise, and that's a lovely little 1-2, but he just can't get it over the top. He comes down, and it's a really bad touch, and it goes all from Elise, and it goes all the way through to Ilya Melier. 41 minutes and 20 on the clock. Hello and welcome if you're joining. I'm Gary, and this is Watch Along Leeds. Leeds are leading this match 1-0. An outstanding header from Patrick Bamford in the first half, and we're heading towards half time. Patrick Bamford picks up the ball. He's just rolled out of play. Patrick Bamford. That left. I'd love to see him just control the ball a little bit more with his right foot. Lovely camera angle over. It looks like the south stand of the goal, of the Patrick Bamford goal. I mean, I don't know how they've got that camera angle. Is it a drone or what? But it's an absolutely cracking header from Patrick Bamford. Is that? Every time I look at it, I think, oh, what a header that is. And it's Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison's brought down Schlupp in the middle of the park. There's a bit of a few words exchanged between the ref, Schlupp, and Harrison. No cards yet in this half. 42 minutes, 37 on the clock, and Luke Ayling picks it up, plays it first time. Aronson, a cross-field ball, and he's looking for Sinistera or Bamford, but he doesn't find either of them. Intercepted by Crystal Palace, and Jack Harrison's trying to win it back, but Palace are picking up the ball now, and they're picking up the tempo and looking for a oh dearie me, and that's Junior Firpo, and he's brought down the Palace player, and I think is it Elise? Yeah, Elise, and it's not a good one from Junior Firpo in that, and it's in a dangerous area for Crystal Palace. Is this? He could have left it, let him run, saved himself a yellow card, and hope that reposition himself, and hope Sinistera can do something about Elise's run. This is a free kick, and it's on the corner. It's about 20 yards out of the corner of the 18-yard box, if you like, so to speak. Over by the family stand. What was known as the family stand, I don't know what it is now, but and it's Elise, takes it, whips it, and it's caught by the safe hands of Ilya Melier, and Leeds are looking to go into half time at 1-0 up, and that was Junior Firpo will be breathing a sigh of relief after that, I can tell you. Sinistera plays a little ball in, but it's just a little bit much for Brendan Aronson. Palace play a long ball over the top. Leeds are a little bit confused at the back. Pascal Strout picks it up, clears his lines, but it's gone for a Crystal Palace throw in. Elise is causing trouble, and Leeds need to be mindful of him. He's picking up the ball, he's running, he's picking up another free kick. Matt Rocker, the man there, is conceding another set piece for Crystal Palace, So and we need to be a little bit careful here, the Leeds, and I need to be a little bit careful about making sure that I'm on top of these comments, just in case anybody comments and stuff, because I keep forgetting to remove them. But anyway, Zachary, I think you've been on there for a good few minutes. And that's a silly goal, and we're hoping that our Guahi is going to be offside there. The Leeds players are appealing for offside, and it's Guahi who's come across the front of Ilian Melier, and he's bundled it over the line, and I'm not sure it's a header, but there's a player offside. Yes, there's an offside there. He's off. And look, I think the commentators are saying it could be Robbie Koch who's playing him onside, but they're looking at a different angle. To me, it looks like that in the first angle, it looks like he's offside, but in the second angle, he's onside. And this is the thing with camera angles; they're now drawing the lines, I think. It's in, yeah. Yeah, and this is a silly goal to concede, and it's something that we. No, I think it's onside. Is this? I'm afraid. And when you're up against a ball like that, the thing to do is step out. Robbie Cook's gone with the flight of the ball instead of stepping forward, and he's allowed that goal in. Unfortunately, it's a really bad mistake and a really bad goal to concede at a really bad time of the game. And Robin Koch, oh dear. And he's just, yeah, I think Andy Townsend's got that just right. Need to keep a run up for play for the second half for the bit of on the ball. I'm not too worried. I think we're still good enough to win this match. Luke Ayling against Jordan Ayew. Ayew's pulling at Ayling's shirt and he bundles Ayling down. I mean, the referee hasn't even given a free kick for that. Possibly because Leeds are still in possession. Sinistera into Luke Ayling again, and Luke gives it away. Yeah, that's it. Half time. Frustrating from Leeds. Frustrating. We've dominated the play. We've dominated the ball. Dominated the half. And as we were warning in that first half, you know, we alluded to it, and Zachary alluded to it. He said that we need to be atrocious were his words. Zachary got it spot on, and I totally agree. And that bit of defending has cost us. You know, there's absolutely no doubt it was a silly free kick to give away in the first place. You just toss the ball in there. You never know what's going to happen. If it's a half decent ball, please VAR, he said. No, we need to keep the run of play for the second half. We were better than, yeah, absolutely, yeah. You know, however, the game is all about bad defending and set pieces thus far. I agree. I couldn't agree more. I think you've got it. I think you've spelled it out perfectly, and it's two teams here that are struggling to defend set pieces, and if you could deliver a decent set piece, you're gonna have a very good chance of scoring. Frustrating, so frustrating. But anyway, we go again in the second half. It's time for a tea break. Everybody's gone for a break, and let's hope that Leeds can do better. I think that's a good way of saying it. We need to be doing better in that second half, and being much more disciplined in that when Palace start coming at us. And I think if we can do that, we've got a chance. We've got a chance of picking up the 3 points. We look good going forward, but we're just not clinical enough. We're not finishing the chances so far. Some good chances. The Aronson chance, for example, a really, really good chance. Just a little bit unlucky there for Brendan. So there we go. It's half time, and very, very frustrating for Leeds. Very frustrating. Okay, I'll be back for the second half very soon. Well, hello and welcome back. It's a frustrating first half for Leeds United. They've gone in 1-1. We said that Bamford 21 minutes and Guehi on the 46th minute just before half time. Unfortunately, the Crystal Palace won a free kick at the edge of the box. It got tossed in and got tossed in by Jeffrey Schlupp, and Guehi met it with a I can't. I mean, was it a header? Was it? He just just stuck a leg out at it, and it ended up going in. And Robin Koch just lost him for a second there, and Guehi got goal side of Koch. It went to VAR for an appeal, but unfortunately for Leeds, the VAR agreed that it was definitely a goal and not an offside. And unfortunately, that's it. It's not. It's frustrating for Leeds, very, very frustrating. I just don't see. Uh, and it says here that you might be surprised to learn Palace actually edged that half on expected goals, 1.25 versus 0.84. Palace have won 17 Premier League points from losing positions this season, and that's a league high. 5 of the Eagles' 7 league wins this campaign were in games that they trailed, including the reverse fixture against Leeds. Alf says, always be clinical, especially with a defence like Leeds. Sucker punch, cracking entertainment, mind you. Second half should be a corker. Leeds, plenty of shots, forcing saves, but Palace had a better chances. Missed 2 free headers in the 6-yard box. They had to score sitters, says Chris. I agree. The Leeds fans in front of me were up on their feet during the VAR review. Next, crane towards the big screen to find out the outcome of the offside review. And there was a palpable disappointment at the verdict. Crystal Palace became a bit more adventurous after falling behind. The goal was their reward for that. But in truth, Leeds should have been well out of sight before then. Set-piece coaches will be dodging the manager. Yeah. If I'm a set-piece coach now, I'll be dodging the manager. I won't want to be in the dressing room because they're all going to be looking around saying, "That's your job." Michael Brown, former Man City defender, on Neil Redfern's commented, "Leeds should be out of sight. It's a massive blow for Leeds. They just started giving away sloppy free kicks. Leeds should be out of sight." Leeds had 10 shots there, most of the first half of a Premier League match this season. Some really, really good analysis coming in there, and the players are back on the pitch. Aronson and Bamford are in deep discussion. Crystal Palace are just emerging from the tunnel as we speak, and it's frustrating, very, very frustrating to be. It's hard being a Leeds fan, guys. It's not good for your health. I don't know. Frustrating. Very frustrating. Just in case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm talking to my brother. He's at the ground. Actually, what a place to be. I'd love to be back in Leeds. And you never know. Leeds kicking towards the cup, and Patrick Bamford gets us underway. And the ball's played out, and it's Sinistera. No changes so far have been reported by both teams. There's a lovely long ball in to Jack Harrison, I think, and he's offside, unfortunately. Jack Harrison. I think it was Pascal Strauch who played that up there, but I can't be 100% sure. It's a little bit tricky to see sometimes. I'm just going to do a quick audio check. So there we go. Right, okay. So yeah, Palace are just knocking the ball about at the minute. Not much doing, not much happening, and we're just gonna update a couple of those banners. Leeds defending at the moment, and Crystal Palace have got knocked it long down the left hand side. It's Luke Ayling, and he's been beaten, and it's Jordan Ayew who's giving Luke Ayling a run down that right hand side, and I'm just worried about Luke Ayling. It's been a bit of an Achilles heel for Leeds as this right back position. There's a foul in the middle of the park. Leeds are trying to get that foul, but unfortunately it's caught everybody unawares. Luke Ayling makes a long run back, but Ayew's won a corner ball. Corner's defended by Leeds, and it's tossed back into the back post, and luckily Junior Firpo's there. He's trying to prevent another corner. Is Junior Firpo? He's done that, and Luis Sinisterra's over there, and Junior Firpo plays a ball out, but it's a bad ball to play, and Ilian Meslier luckily gets out. I think Ilian Meslier's hurt, and the referee is he's got Jeffrey Schlupp's got in on Ilian Meslier, and this is bad news for Leeds. And I think it's Decore who's played it in, and oh god. Please, Luke Ayling, be alright. What does he do? He said, I asked my brother, you got any video at game? No, he sends me a video of him knocking down a drink in the bar. Cheek. Eze's winning the ball back for Palace, and unfortunately Leeds are looking a little bit disorganised here in the midfield, and they're looking like Palace are starting to dominate proceedings, and Leeds need to be a little bit careful here because they're knocking the ball around really, really well. Crystal Palace, they've won a throw in. Ward's going to take it. Throws it to Elise. Elise knocks it back to the centre circle. Palace retaining possession, and they're starting to boss this game now. If Leeds need to be a bit more careful and start going. Lovely ball out. Aronson. Oh, and Aronson's brought down there. That must be a foul. But the refs played on because Leeds were in possession. And there's another foul there on Patrick Bamford, and that's a bad one. And it's a yellow card brandished by the referee. And the Palace players are going absolutely nuts. And I think rightly so. He's won the ball, and I think Patrick Bamford here has got the referee duped. But Patrick Bamford's making out that he's been scraped across the Achilles. And VAR are looking at it. And they've confirmed the caution. So that's that. And it's Aronson and Rocker stood over this free kick. Rocker, Aronson. There's a bit of confusion there. Sinisterra. Not a good ball from Sinisterra, isn't that? And it's Schlupp running away with it down the left hand side. But it's a really good tackle, I think, from Luke Ayling. Leeds dropping deep a little bit, and I'm a bit concerned here because Elise is picking up the ball. He's running, making runs infield. It makes its way out to the left again. And it's not good from Leeds at the minute. It's not a good start to this second half. 51 minutes coming up on the clock as we speak, and ball's with Robin Koch, and he runs forward. He's played a long ball over the top. Robin Koch, there's nobody there, and he's looking for a free player, but there's nobody free for Leeds, and Leeds are struggling to find that little bit of room. Palace seem to be a little bit tighter defensively, and they're certainly pressing the ball a lot more than they were doing in the first half. There's a lovely ball forward from Crystal Palace. Elise, oh no! Gosh, straight across the face of Ilian Mellier's goal. Luckily nobody's there. Ayew's picked it up, tosses it back in. And Weston McKennie's in there. I think Leeds need to get a grip here. I think the fans are getting it on the back a little bit. They're not enjoying what they're seeing, and Leeds seem to have lost the intensity at the minute. Luke Ayling plays a ball up to Jack Harrison. It's high up in the air. Harrison loses it as it comes down. Elise into... Oh no. Elise again. He's causing all sorts of trouble down this right hand side. Elise tosses it in with the left. Wow, and it's another goal for Crystal Palace. And it's a really, really slack goal to concede. It's a free header, and Javi Gracia has got his work cut out here. He needs to get these Jordan Ayew's come steaming into the 18-yard box, and he's scored a goal from a hit of what seems to be a free header. And it's Luke Ayling plays it up to Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison loses out on the header. Elise picks it up. It goes into Ayew. Elise then picks it up again. Ayew just stands there in the middle of the 18-yard box, and he just comes in off the back of Luke Ayling's shoulder, and he's scored the goal. And Luke Ayling has not done enough to stop Jordan Ayew there. It's a good header, it's a good finish, but we've warned time and time again, and Crystal Palace have come from behind. And we are in a lot of trouble here because we need something out of this game, and something at the minute is better than nothing. Christ's sake. Bandy Fornowski, we've already put in a lot of work in this game, but we'll have to put more work in to win it. Well, we're going to have to do something now, and I've got a feeling that Gracia is going to have to change things up a little bit, because the Palace have done nothing really for me. I mean, they've had a couple of chances, but suddenly they've done nothing, and now suddenly they're dominating the match this second half. They've come out and dominated the first 10 minutes, and they've got a goal from Jordan Ayew, and Gracia needs to be a little bit mindful here and figure out some way to get Leeds back into this game and hopefully in front. But at the minute we're struggling, and I can see that we're going to have to make some attacking changes. And Luke Ayling again, he's been found out, and he's going to get more criticism this week. And Elise, oh no! And it's 3-1. And I don't know what's going on with the Leeds lads. They've gone to sleep. And I don't know if it's a sucker punch goal at half time. It's deflated the team. And now they've 3-1 behind at home against a poor Crystal Palace side. And is it Roy Hodgson? And it's Elise who scored it. And Junior Firpo has to back off because he's on a yellow card. He doesn't make any kind of challenge because he knows what Elise is going to do. And Junior Firpo should have been a lot tighter on him there. Junior Firpo, his positioning's poor. Elise comes in, cuts inside, and plays a ball into Eze. Eze makes a lovely little run. and he just pokes it underneath Melier, and it's Eze who's the scorer, and it's a nightmare second half start for Leeds. Is this? And the Elland Road crowd fall silent, and Gracia is shaking his head. We're not seeing any other pictures of the game at the moment. They now have pictures back of the game as we speak, and one assumes that's a Crystal Palace reason that they've been celebrating a lot. And Leeds need to get back in this match. They need to be disciplined, need to find the shape, need to start finding the passes. And Crystal Palace are knocking this ball around and owning. They are owning Elland Road at the minute. Can Leeds find an answer? Can Leeds find a comeback? Can they find a goal? This is not what the pundits predicted, not what anybody predicted. Crystal Palace have not scored 3 goals for a long time, especially at home, and they're surging for a 4th. Oh, thank Christ for that. And I think Robin Conk makes a clearance. And Luis Sinisterra is the man responsible for saving Leeds there from another Eze effort. And I said that I pointed to the fact that this guy is danger in the match preview. If any of you watched the match previews that I made, it looks like I'm on my own at the moment, which doesn't really matter. Second half, Leeds have had no attempts. Crystal Palace 3. 10 attempts from Leeds in the first half, 8 from Crystal Palace. So a lot going on. Referee's blown up there. There's a free kick, and I think it's Junior Firpo down, and he's been whacked probably in the face. Elbow across the face and across the chin for Junior Firpo. We must not lose in our own house. Yeah, I agree. We cannot lose here. We cannot lose anything. I said it before. Looking at this game now, anything is better than nothing. We can't say we didn't deserve that. We need to work harder. I totally agree. They've come out and blown us away of Crystal Palace's first 10 minutes. We've been absolutely nowhere. I just don't see that there is now reports of a triple change coming on, and it's the big guns coming on for Leeds United, and it's Christensen, Rodrigo and Willie Nonto are now going to appear for Leeds United in this match, and it's 1 hour 59 minutes on the clock, and Rodrigo's been shown a bunch of sheets. I don't think he needs to see anything than Rodrigo. He knows what he's doing. All he's got to do, get on there, stick the ball in the back of the net. Christensen, I assume he's going to bring Ayling on, and I think this is Gracia answering the call that Luke Ayling's been struggling here, unless he's decided to bolster that midfield and add Christensen as an extra man and sacrifice a midfielder, but we're going to find out. Firpo, Sinisterra and Aronson are coming off, so he's brought Firpo off. Firpo must be injured, and Willie Nonto is coming off, and Brendan Aronson looks really disappointed. Rightly so. Everybody's disappointed. Brendan, it's nothing personal. It's that we need the 3 points, and if Javi has to find a way, someone's going to have to be sacrificed, and I'm afraid on Easter Sunday, mate, you're the one that's been sacrificed. Willie Nonto is on the pitch now, so big changes for Leeds in this final 30 minutes. And can they catch their breath? Can they get back on top? Can they get back into this game? Weston McKennie's been moved position, I think, to make way for what's going on. And Leeds, Aronson couldn't play the ball back to Bamford. Leeds just need to get the foot on the ball, catch a little break, take a breath, just absorb what's gone on, and start building again, and start thinking about how we're going to break this Crystal Palace side down. Luke Ayling tries to cross one in. It's not a good cross, and it's very weak to the 6-yard box, and it's cleared by the Palace defence. McKennie. I mean, looking at this, it's at this half, we've scored a goal, all right. We're 3 down, but we're more than capable with the players on this on this side now. Now we've put Willie Nonto on, we've got Jack Harrison on there, Bamford on there. We've got players who can score, so we can get 2 goals here, 3 goals for the win. I'm still hopeful that we'll win. Don't write Leeds United off just yet. We're at home, and we're going to have to start bossing this Crystal Palace team a little bit more. And just start being a little bit more careful in possession. Strout plays a little ball into McKennie. McKennie to Matt Rocker. Matt Rocker plays a long ball down the right hand side. And I think it's Luke Ayling. He's onto it. He's latched onto it. Luke Ayling plays a little ball in. He's hoping that Patrick Bamford can make it. But sorry, it's Jack Harrison. He's hoping that Luke Ayling can make it, but he doesn't. And Ayling's back across to win possession for Leeds. Jack Harrison. Matt Rocker. And Rocker's brought down there, but it's a good challenge. There's another good challenge. And there's a long ball into Elise. And Melié's off his line. And the referee's assistant's given offside. Willie Nonto passes it back to Liam Melié. Yeah, they need to get this ball into Willie Nonto, but Leeds are persisting on probing down that right hand side of the pitch. But now there's a lovely ball over to Willie Nonto, but he just can't control it. Oh dear, unlucky Willie. It's a long ball coming high out of the sky, and Willie Nonto just couldn't pull it down. Unfortunately, it's gone for a Palace throw in, but at least the yardage are back up. The yards are against Crystal Palace now. Ward's going to take the throw in. There's one by Elise and Ward, but it's a ball cleared out, and it's high up in the air, but Palace are claiming it hit Willie Nonto. I don't think it did, but it did. That's what they say. Ward's going to take the throw in again for Crystal Palace. Grease Somerville's in the back, is warming up. Christensen trying to win the ball there in the middle of the park, and Palace have knocked a long one over to Elise. Thank God Cox has won the ball there. Cox played it into Willie Nonto. Nonto now is McKennie. Nonto and McKennie trying to link up, but they can't do it. It's intercepted by Schluter, I think, yeah. Edward. Oh no. He got nutmegged there, I think, or might have been Rocker got nutmegged, or and luckily the ball goes through to Liam Melié. This match is going to open up big time now, because Leeds are not messing around. They're going to go for full steam ahead, try and find an opening, and it's a cross in from Luke Ayling, but Luke doesn't fight Patrick Bamford. Luke Ayling's trying to... Oh, and it's just cleared out, but the ball's back in the 18-yard box again. The Leeds are all over the place, but they're not... They're risking it here. Christensen needs to be careful. There's 2 players ganging up on Christensen, but I think it's Matt Rocker there making a long run back. And it's kicked forward, and it's back up to the halfway line. Crystal Palace pick up the ball now. They just start knocking it around. Palace, they're just gonna want to see this game out now. I don't think they're gonna be too bothered about attacking. They're going to run it down the line as much as they possibly can. They're going to stall Leeds, waste as much time as they possibly can, and really make it difficult for Leeds to try and get back into this match. 66 minutes, and the Elland Road crowd is getting a little bit etchy at the minute. And Leeds are looking a little bit lost, and Gracia needs to be giving them a bit of guidance. And we're just hearing at the minute that Rodrigo hasn't had a touch yet on the football. And Willie Nonto's picked it up. He's hogging the touchline, Willie Nonto, and he's up against Elise. Plays a little ball in, and he's trying to. And it's a little 1-2, but he can't get to it. Rodrigo just puts a little bit too much pace on it for Willie Nonto. Palace have got a goal kick, and the Leeds faithful very, very quiet at Elland Road, and it's a really tough one to commentate on. Is this? If you're a Leeds fan like me, you're going to be ruin the day watching this bloody game, I'll tell you. Dearie me. And it's a goal kick from Crystal Palace, and they're taking as much possible time over it as they possibly can get away with. The Palace keeper, and I think he's had a bit of a warning from the referee about taking his time over the goal kicks and stuff. Ball's come out of the air. Willie Nonto's trying to get to it, but he just can't get to it, can't Willie Nonto, and it's kicked high up into the air by I think it's Ward, and it's gone out for a throw-in right by the byline. Willie Nonto's not going to take the throw-in, and there's a handball. Christensen's over there with Nonto, and Christensen again plays it. Rocker turns against Eza. That's a lovely ball into Jack Harrison. He plays it to the penalty spot, but there's nobody there. Luke Haley picks it up. McKennie, Rodrigo, Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford's claiming something there. And he's claiming a handball. He's Patrick Bamford, and that Leeds want a penalty. And I think it's Mitchell who's handled it. And it's VAR who are looking at it again, I think. No, I mean, I think Patrick Bamford's just been claimed. I thought it was handball, but it's not. It is. Mitchell's literally manhandled Patrick Bamford in the 18-yard box. And Elise and Eze are breaking forward again. And it's 4-1. Fucking hell. And Leeds United have conceded to Edouard here, who runs up the pitch, makes a huge run up the pitch after a lot of crazy attacking from Leeds. And Edouard has gone up and he's just fired it in with his left foot. And Gracia is a man who is, don't know, not smirking, but he's not showing much emotion. He's not happy, but the Leeds United crowd have seen enough, and some of the fans have had enough, and they're buggering off home. And it's a lovely ball over. Elise just is in the middle of the park. There's nobody catching him, and unfortunately Leeds have. It's like watching us under Jesse Marsh. Is this today? Or Bielsa, and this lot are now just going to pick us off at will, and we're in a dangerous place where we could be on the end of a real hammer in here today. 20 minutes to go. Leeds United 1, Crystal Palace 4. The ball's fired in, and they're not fine. It's from Luke Ayling. Crystal Palace are flagging for offside, and they've won the offside decision. It's a disastrous game for Leeds, is this, and they're going to have to do something about it. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what Gracia's going to do. I don't know how we're going to get three goals even just to get a draw now. 3 goals. A lot of Leeds fans are the same as me really here. I think it's not good. It's not good. And the Crystal Palace, half a dozen Crystal Palace fans that are there. I mean, they couldn't even sell their allocation of tickets, couldn't this lot? And they're having a ball. It's the best thing that they've seen all season probably. And Christensen and Nonto are playing the ball, and I don't know. That's a nice ball in. Luke Ayling, make it count, Luke. Oh, it's just intercepted by Ward. And that's a foul on by Rocker. And I think Rocker and there's a bit of few words with Ayew and Rocker. And I'm not sure who thumped the ball away there, but it might have been Jack Harrison. But someone's thumped the ball. There could be 2 yellow cards here for Leeds. And Rocker won the ball against Schlupp, and Schlupp's ankle just got caught as he was going through. Rocker won the ball. Roy Hodgson's having words with the, in a gentlemanly way. Roy Hodgson having a chat with the 4th official, and he's bringing the substitute on. His Roy Hodgson. I don't know why he needs to bother. Is he? Because at the minute Leeds just don't look like we're going to do anything in the attacking third. And it looks like Ward's coming off, and one can only assume that that's because Ward has a yellow card to his name at the moment, and it's Edouard who was clipped by Rocker in that challenge, and he's done his ankle, I think, and he's just going off the pitch at the minute, and Roy Hodgson might find himself making another substitution here. Edouard is going off. And it's Hughes coming on for Crystal Palace. It's the inquiries will well, I mean, I don't know. It's not an inquiry, isn't this? There's going to have to be a post-mortem after this match, and some serious questions asked and some serious questions answered. It's quite obvious what's going on. Luke Ayling's been done again, and he's trying to get a decision out of the ref. And it's Eze, I think it is. Oh, there's another foul there. Patrick Bamford's down. But he's back up again. Hughes. And Luke Ayling manages to head it back to Ilian Meslier. So that's another attack broken down for Palace. It's not good enough from Leeds. Not good enough at all, and we're struggling here. 15 minutes left. Just over 15 minutes left. 74 minutes 13 on the clock, and Leeds are having a real bad day at the office. And Jack Harrison's over there. He's trying to pursue Mitchell, and kicks it off Jack Harrison. Jack Harrison's done chase that ball down really well there. Hopefully Leeds can put a bit of pressure on now and try and nick one back. But I don't see how we're going to get 3 goals in this final 15 minutes, unless Palace just completely switch off. It has happened in the past. Teams just coming out of nowhere and getting God knows how many goals out of nowhere from seemingly nothing, but it's difficult to see Leeds doing anything at the minute. And there's a long ball over the top, and it's Ayew, and he's not going round Meslier. And Christensen's cleaned it out, but it's a bad clearance from Christensen. He couldn't have done very much there. But Willie Nonto's come all steaming all the way back, and he's made a clinical tackle there to stop Crystal Palace from advancing any further. And ball's just outside. The reason is Mellier's trying to pick up the ball from Christensen, but he can't play a back pass because Meslier stood right behind Christensen, and Christensen's surrounded, so he literally just plays it straight out. The Elland Road crowd trying to pick up the players now, but they're that could be in vain. And Jordan Ayew has picked up the ball off, I think, Weston McKennie, and he's made that was terrible. And they're looking for a fifth. Elise again, he's clipped the ball in. Eze picks it up on the left-hand side. It's just about on the edge of about 18 yards. Eze is in space. He's on the edge of the 18-yard box. Hughes. Oh, and Hughes is intercepted by Nonto, but it's offside. And I think Jordan Ayew knows it's offside. Oh, no, he isn't. He ain't offside. Fucking hell, he's 5-1. Don't believe it. Crystal Palace scored 5 goals in the last 5 games before this match. They've come to Elland Road and scored 5 goals away from home at Elland Road. And I don't know just how. I mean, I thought that was offside, but it's caught a deflection. And it's no, it's not. It's not offside. Christensen's played him on. The other lads have gone out, and Christensen stood flat-footed, and it just comes back through to him. He just finishes it, sticks it in the back of the net. Hughes takes a strike, and Ayew's just stood there. Thank you very much. He gets deflected, and it's a really good tackle from Willie Nonto, but unfortunately Willie Nonto takes all the pace off the ball. It rolls through to Jordan Ayew, and he just sticks it in the back of the net. It's onside, mate. It's not even a question. It's gone to VAR, but Christensen's played him on. It's gone for VAR. It's 5-1. I'm afraid. If you're watching, it's already 5-1. I don't honestly know what to say. It's bad defending, Christensen. The other lads have quickly cleaned the lines out and gone forward, and Christensen's not followed the script there, I'm afraid. And Willie Nonto has taken all the pace off Hughes' effort, and it is onside. Yeah. And Patrick Bamford's coming off the pitch, and Rutter, I mean, I don't know why Rutter's coming on. I don't know why Patrick Bamford's going off at this stage. And Rutter, the £35 million man, is he going to get? And Leeds United, I honestly, I don't know what to say. I really don't. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I mean, somebody said, we were talking about goal difference today. They said, oh yeah, the next worst team to us is 11 goals worse off. I mean, we've just conceded 5 goals at Elland Road, and we've got Liverpool to play next. What on earth has happened in this match? And Gracia's got a lot of analysis to do after this game, and he doesn't have much time to do it, and he needs to pick up the team and make sure that they're going to be in the right frame of mind to be playing and putting the shirt on against what is undoubtedly a quality Liverpool team. Palace are making 3 substitutions. What can I say? Mijalovic has come on as well, and it's more trouble for Leeds. More fresh sets of legs. What are we gonna do? Let me know in the comments if you have got any ideas. I think I'm just hoping the referee blows the final whistle now, but there's still 10 minutes to go. Rutter picks up the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box. Christensen. Rodrigo. And Willie Nonto goes in there. Is a solid challenge from Willie. Christensen takes the throw in. Rutter tries to turn his man, but he can't just pick up the ball. Robin Koch plays a ball out to Willie Nonto. Christensen going over the outside. He plays it into Rutte. Rutte, he's trying to look for a penalty, but he's brought down. I think it's a little bit. Yeah, VAR are looking at it, and Rutte's gone down. I think it's a bit easy. Nah, I think he probably gets his knee jabbed by Ward. I think it is. Oh no, it isn't. It's not Ward. No, it's not. It's not a penalty in that. Rutte, you're gonna have to do better than that to get a penalty. I'm afraid. Yeah. It's difficult to say. Is it individual errors again? Is it is it I don't know. Can you say it's a tired-looking team? Is it a team that's just lost their shape? I mean, the stats were all pointing to a Leeds United win on this one, and Crystal Palace have come here and they've had other ideas, and I had words of warning in my preview video that this isn't going to be an easy game for us, and I'm afraid those warnings weren't heeded, and Roy Hodgson has come and done the seemingly impossible and got an average Crystal Palace side, and they've come and stuck 5 goals past us. I mean, the rest of the league must be thinking, great, we'll go to Elland Road, we'll do the same next week. It's heartbreaking to watch. Honestly, I just can't find the words to tell you how gutted I am about this result and about this performance. It's been poor. And when I say poor, we've had missed opportunities in the first half. We should have been out of sight by the first half, and we didn't take our chances. The only good point is a Patrick Bamford goal, and I don't know. I just don't know. I'm just hoping that Palace don't score another, just so that the headline writers can't write something like hit for 6 or 6 and you're out or something like that. Keep it to 5, because the fucking London press will have a field day with this. It's bad. It's really bad. Nonto picks up the ball, tries to play one out to Christensen making progress down the left hand side, and Elise is back there defending, and Willie Nonto's in there. He's got a bit of trickery, and Rutte, he's trying to just tries to pull it inside Rutte, but he can't. And Willie Nonto is going absolutely mental, trying to urge the players on. He takes a throw in from completely the wrong place. It's probably a foul throw in anyway, but the referee just lets that one go. Ball sprayed out wide. Luke Ayling. And I don't think Willie Nonto is going to be happy about this. But he's trying to pick up the ball. He's on the left hand side, and Elise is picking it up, plays it on the inside, and Palace clear the lines. And Christensen, and it's now Robin Koch. Rocker tries to play one through the middle. It's a pointless ball. There's nobody there, mate. And someone's having the shirt pulled off over on that far side, and it's a yellow card for Weston McKennie. And it's Eze who's who was the subject of the foul from Weston McKennie, and it's a very, very hard one to take. Is this very hard? He's put Klein on the pit. He's put Klein on now, and he's got rid of. He's taken Ward off as Roy Hodgson, and Roy Hodgson. Oh dear. Oh. And it's Elise making a really, really good run down the right hand side. He's just skinned Christensen. Nonto's trying to catch up with him, but he just can't get near him. He goes straight past Mark Rocker. 3 players there from Elise. He just goes straight round him. And I just wonder, this is the kind of thing that player that we need. That he's gone past Strauch as well. I mean, it's a terrible, terrible. There are no words to describe how bad this is. It really is bad. I mean, people said it couldn't get worse when we played Everton, and I'm afraid to tell you that this is worse. Fucking hell. 5-1 at home. We've lost 5 goals at home. And the Crystal Palace fans, the half a dozen of them that are there, are jeering every time they touch the ball, and Leeds just can't get anywhere near them. There's no shape to Leeds United at the minute, and there's nobody near any of the Crystal Palace players, and we've just gone completely fallen apart. I mean, like the other Leeds are falling apart again. It's long past that, I'm afraid. And Crystal Palace must be on about the 30th pass at the minute. And oh dear, and Palace are breaking forward again. And luckily Liam Mellier's managed to get the ball from McCarthy, who makes a poor touch, and Mellier picks it up. Well, it's bad, isn't it? Questions to be asked for Leeds, and I think it's bad. It's bad. But this league can do anything at the minute. There's nothing's predictable in this league anymore. This season is the weirdest season ever. No one foresaw this result coming. No one foresaw Palace having this performance. No one foresaw Leeds getting thumped. 5-1. McKennie, Christensen on the left hand side. Christensen tosses it into Ruter, but Ruter tries to win a header, but he's not going to win that. Goal kick's taken. It's gone up, and Leeds have been absolutely spanked here. And Crystal Palace are trying to get. They're probing for a 6th. I'm not kidding, and they're just literally making a complete mockery of a side that is completely dejected at this moment. You know, the chins have dropped. Once your chin drops, that's it. You just want the final whistle to come, and Willie Nonto's conceded a free kick, and he's probably got himself a yellow card. He's got a yellow card there, the 90th minute, Willie Nonto, and it's frustration, and I know, but Willie needs to be a little bit more professional, and he's gone in there hard on Elise again, I think, and it's happened for Crystal Palace down both sides today. Firpo struggled, Ayling struggled, and those threats either haven't been taken seriously or haven't been addressed at all. And these are threats that I talked about in the preview, that this isn't going to be an easy game. People are going to at Leeds we should give this lot a good hiding, or we should do really well. They're struggling to find goals. They've come to Elland Road, mate, and they've scored 5. Elise tosses it in. Oh, there's a nice, good bit of defending from Rutter, and Willie Nonto's just been clipped on the ankle and he's gone down. And this is a bad news for Leeds. Is this the referee has? I don't know why he's halted play. Nonto's not even on the pitch, and Crystal Palace are quite entitled to continue playing here. Firpo's just pumped it up the pitch. 92nd minute we're on, and hello if you're watching, and maybe you're watching the same game as I am, but and you're finding it a hard watch. And this is a hard lesson in what happens if you don't take the threat seriously of even an average side who struggle to find form, they struggle to find goals. But they still have a credible threat in the team, and even though the starman or one of the starmen's been ruled out, there are other options for Roy Hodgson, and Roy Hodgson has utilised those options very, very effectively today at Elland Road, and I think that we've I don't think it's a fact. We've just had our arses handed to us. Is the only way I can describe it. And Willie Nonto needs to be careful here, or he's going to get a red card. And someone needs to have a word in him. Just calm down, Willie. Match is over. Don't get a red card. Just don't make any challenges between now and the end. He's picked up a needless yellow card, and we could do without him getting a red card before the end of this match. Even though there's only a minute or two just to run. Eze picks it up on the left hand side, and he's beaten 3 Leeds players, and one's tackled the other, and Eze's going through the Leeds team like there's nobody there. Jack Harrison to Nonto, finally Jack Harrison, and a bit of miscontrol from Willie Nonto. He's frustrated as Willie, and he's limping around. And I hope it's not a reoccurrence of the injury that he's just recovered from. And it's Weston McKennie who's down, and I think he might have got looks like he's been winded in the chest bone or something like that. Weston McKennie, hopefully he's all right. No needless fouls, please. No needless sending offs. We don't have the time for any of that. Roy Hodgson goes round. 2 wins on the bounce for Roy now, and one just scraped it against Leicester, and this is a convincing 5-1 victory for Crystal Palace here at Elland Road, and he's got 6 points when people thought that Palace might get sucked into this relegation zone, and the new manager bounce is my only poor prediction in this game. Like everybody else, I thought Leeds were going to be home and dry over the line. We'd get 3 points here today, but we've not. We've had a footballing lesson from Roy Hodgson, someone who's been criticised over the years a lot. He's taken it, and he's time and time again he's proven that he can come back out of the dead, and talk about out of foreshore being resurrected. Roy Hodgson, managers shake hands. And it's a very, very good performance for Crystal Palace. And the Palace players, a couple of them go over there to greet a couple of the kids and give them the match ball, or a spare ball that's on the pitch. Guay, Ayu, Eze, Edward are the scorers. Ayu got 2, Guay 1, Eze and Edward 1. Uh, well, I haven't switched the camera off on purpose, folks. You might think I'm hiding under the table after that. After watching that awful performance. And I'm afraid a really bad day at the office for Leeds United, and I just don't know what we're gonna say, to be honest with you, that can make that we could take comfort from that. The only thing I can say is that it is a very bad day for us, and I don't know just how we're gonna recover from that game at all. Very disappointing, very disappointed, and yeah, not a good day for Leeds, I'm afraid, folks. It's a really bad one. Um, I'm just gonna reboot that and see what happens. Maybe it's the camera just hit overheating a little bit. Yeah, there we go. We're 2 points above the drop zone still after today, but the worst thing is the goal difference has taken a bit of a hammering, and I think that we're now in the realms of the other teams are going to find us out. They've found us out, and Leeds fans boo as the final whistle goes. Palace move up to 12th with that victory. They stay 12th, 6 points clear of the relegation zone. Leeds are in trouble, and you know we're 2 points ahead of Everton, but now the goal difference suddenly looks a lot worse than what it did before that match. Minus 15, 3 worse off than Leicester, and luckily the other teams are still bad, worse than us, and we're just gonna have to try and rebuild and come up with solutions for the next match. Just talk about the possession. Leeds possession 48% versus Palace 52. 11 shots on target, shots 16 for Palace. Shots on target 8 for Palace. Leeds 7. Corners 2 for Leeds, 4 for Palace. Fouls 11 Leeds, Palace 8. And I'm afraid it's not acceptable. It's not going to be enough for us today. I'm really heartbroken with what I've just seen. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. We march on. Gracia has a big job ahead of him. He's going to have to pick this team up. He's going to have to pick us up now, because I think the next game that we have is, oh dearie me. I mean, you're not going to like this one, I tell you. The next game is, and I just, oh dear me. Next week, of course, 15th. It looks like we're going to be playing Liverpool on the 17th. So The only good thing is that it's the 9th today, 17th. It's a week on Monday. He's got just over a week to try and get them picked up for this next match, and it's a big one. It's away at home against Liverpool, and before that, of course, on Saturday and Sunday there are going to be big fixtures that affect our league standing. So come the day that we play Liverpool, we could find ourselves in the relegation zone, I'm afraid, and it's just the worst possible thing to say for Leeds, and I don't know how, but Gracia is going to have to do something. We've been completely exposed today. Luke Ayling again exposed. Junior Firpo found out on that left hand side, had a bit of had a very, very bad game. Gonna have a little look, see what is being said around and about Leeds, and I'm afraid there's not much of it. Is going to be very positive. It's looking very, very bleak for Leeds. Oh dearie me. As the coverage now switches. This is not that bad. We lost, so we're still safe for the sake of the stats. Palace goals are scored by 2 by Ayu Guay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if some of these are trolls or what. That one's mainly on the players for me today. Yeah, I agree. Massive reality check for all those fans getting carried away recent weeks. We are still dog. We need a miracle if we are to stay up. Well, wasn't that a shower of you know what? Not good enough. Just make it better, wife, and I had to laugh. The difference is where Palace reached our penalty area, they didn't panic. We still play everything at Odrabal, now schoolboy defending, not tracking runners, etc. Not jumping, not challenging, thinking that the ball's going to go sailing over our head, and nope. Someone's coming in round the back. And we've taken a hammer in time for an Easter egg and a couple of large Jack Daniels to numb the pain. Yeah, I agree, Dean, on that one. I could take it getting beat big by Man City, scum, Liverpool, Arsenal, but that defeat by Palace is a bad one. Never seen them play that bad for an hour in my life. If Luke Ayling starts against Liverpool, I give up, says Michael Doyle. I said that Luke Ayling would be in for some criticism this week after that. Mental fragility and Firpo's mistakes are what cost us. We simply shattered like glass when they scored, going 1-0 up, and we'll probably win, but we're obviously still thinking about their equaliser when we come out for the second half. Yeah, I couldn't say anything better than that. Gracia is clearly more tactically astute than Bielsa. Give your heads a wobble, we'll be alright. Shocking and embarrassing. Who could have predicted that after Bamford's great header? Liverpool next. Salah, God help us, yeah. A couple of things need to happen there, of course. We need Salah to be leaving his shooting boots at home or disappearing somewhere for a day out. Do we have any chance of staying up in that light? I decided to join the Championship group early. Disappointing. Reminds me of Bielsa playing the same 11 every game. Why does he play for Ayling and Firpo? They struggle at every game. Firpo is coming, he's coming for a lot of praise over recent weeks, but I thought that he got found out today. He was exposed. Again, zero passion, embarrassing performance, and results nothing further. Yeah. Thanks for ruining yet another weekend. Disgraceful performance. Not so long since I saw someone post, didn't matter what the teams around us did. I think now we need hope, and that the teams below are worse than us. Worst thing that performance was how we stopped playing out game at 1-0. and capitulated. I've never seen anything as bad as that. I haven't seen anything as bad as that from Leeds for a very, very, very long time. It seems we have to be at the bottom three going into a game to win it, which is a good spirit, but we should have the same mentality when we're not. Played well until we scored, then cracked under the weight of expectation. Got to say, well done to Palace, making the chances pay. Yeah, today Jesus came back from the dead, watched Leeds versus Crystal Palace, and died again. God hates us. You're just a shame. You didn't deserve the love of the rest of the fans of the land. Oh dear me. This was the cruelest reality check ever. Absolutely embarrassing. Should give all the fans the money back. Defence are a shambles without Wober. Eiling shouldn't wear a Leeds top ever again. First half on top, second half League 2 level. Eiling, Bamford, what do Leeds fans see in those two? Ruter. Is Jesse back in charge? There are no words. Completely defensive ineptitude. In the second half, it was a whole and if a different game. The tunnel at the break. Aside from diving, I failed to see what Ruter brings to the game. Yeah, change of goalkeeper, Eiling replacement. I can't put much on Ilian Meslier today. I thought they had quality build-up play. They had quality finishing. And I don't blame Meslier at all. I think it's hard to point at any one individual player, but we all know what happened in defence today. Koch and Strout were exposed by what was at the side of them. Firpo struggled, Eiling struggled, and I think that these matters need to be addressed by Gracia. Lots of crying faces. It's hard being a Leeds supporter. 1 week we're on a high, the next week it's a case of what the hell just happened. Oh well, still Leeds I'd IMOT. Leeds United shots on target 0 second half. Only Leeds could do this. 7 shots on target first half. How can geriatric old swine like Roy Hodgson have that kind of effect on a team? Disgraceful. I'm words define me about how I can describe that. It's heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. Anyway, look, I'll tell you what, we go again week on Monday against Liverpool, and let's hope that they don't stick 12 past us. There's not much I can say really. Difficult to find positives. How can Crystal Palace score 4 goals in the second half? That's more goals than they've scored in the last 4 games. So, or as many goals as they've scored in the last 4 games at home at Elland Road, and I'm just lost for words about what I've just seen. Take care of yourselves. Try and pick yourselves up, and let's hope we can go to Anfield and the gods change their minds about Leeds United and something, a miracle, divine intervention awards us 3 points at Anfield. I don't see it happening, but anyway, you never know, stranger things have happened. All the very best to you. Have a great Easter, what remains of it, and have you got Bank Holiday Monday as well, guys? Is it Bank Holiday Monday? Good chance to try and forget about it tonight. Let's put it that way then. Take care of yourselves. All the very best, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much again for watching. Yeah. Bye bye.